Hi. When we talk about other measures of central tendency, it's about the truncated mean and winsorized mean. For this video, we're going to talk about truncated mean. So we're going to define the concept of a trimmed mean in statistics, describe the advantages of using the trimmed mean for measuring the central tendency, calculate X% trimmed mean of a given set. What is a truncated mean? It's a method of averaging that removes a small designated percentage of the largest and smallest values before calculating the mean. It is just similar to mean except it trims any outliers. Why trim the outliers? What are the outliers? These outliers can affect the mean. So a truncated mean can be a better fit for data sets with erratic extreme values. For example, we have these graphs, the unimodal distribution. For the first one, it is positively skewed. It means that there are outliers to the right of the graph. And for the next one, you have the mean, median, and mode, which is symmetrical, which is a symmetrical distribution. The third one, which is it shows a negative skewness, which means you have outliers to the left side of the graph. So let's understand the truncated mean. Truncated mean is a mean trimmed by X%, where X is the sum of the percentage of observations removed from both the upper and lower bounds. So let me clarify, something's wrong right here. The X%, it means that this is the percentage in that is to be removed on one part, or the X% on the lower bound or X% on the upper bound. So for example, a trimmed mean of 5% will remove the lowest and highest 5% of values, leaving the mean to be calculated from the 90% of remaining data. Do you know that trimmed means are used in the Olympics to remove extreme scoring from possibly biased judges or who may impact on an athlete's average score? And also, the Reserve Bank of Australia, like many central banks, uses truncated mean values for determining inflation rates. For example, Benny is taking Maths 10 and is doing well. His first test results were 18 out of 20, 17, 18, 16, and 19. Unfortunately, he then became sick and missed a week of school. After coming back, he took a test and only earned 12 out of 20. So first step is to count the number of observations, and that's the value of n, which is equal to 6. Then arrange the observation in ascending order. So we have 12, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19. Third step is to identify and trim all the outliers. So we have 12 is an outlier. Okay, so we have 12. That means we're going to remove the upper value also. Then calculate the mean of the values left. So the trimmed mean is 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 18. Now that we have 4, we're going to divide it by 4 after removing 12 and 19. Therefore, the value is 17.25. Using the formula for trimmed mean is equal to, that's T is equal to sigma x of I over n, where sigma xi is the sum of the trimmed set, and n is the total numbers in trimmed set. T is trimmed mean, and to find n, we can use n is equal to m minus 2p, and p is the trimmed observations, where m is total numbers in n trimmed set. So for example, number 1, below is a set of scores on a math test. Compute a 5% trimmed mean for the scores. So you have these values 88, 79, 68, and so on and so forth. You have 70, 84. Solution, we have to arrange them first from lowest to the highest. Okay. Then, since the value P is equal to 5% or X%, which is now 5% of M, that is equal to 0.05 of 20, which will give us 1. Therefore, we're going to have, we can solve for n is equal to m minus 2p, that is 20 minus 2 times 1 is equal to 18. And we're going to use these values to find for the 5% trimmed mean. So we're going to remove 1 from the lower bound and 1 value from the upper bound. That's the value of p. And using the formula t is equal to sigma xi over n, we can add all these remaining values. You have 18 values, 46 to 88 divided by 18. The answer is 68. Therefore, the 5% trim mean is 68. Example number 2. Brian is a real estate salesperson. He recently sold houses for the following prices. We have 2,712,000 pesos, 578,000 pesos, 718,000 pesos, 753 and 800 753,800 pesos, 909,800 pesos, up to we have the last one 1,074,000 pesos. Calculate the 10% trim mean. So we can arrange them. And since we are asked to calculate for the 10%, so our P is equal to 10% of M, which will give us 0.1 times 8, which is equal to 0.8, which is approximately equal to 1 when rounding this up to the nearest whole number. Which means we're going to eliminate 1 from the lower bound and 1 from the upper bound. And it will give us 8 minus 2. Therefore, N is equal to 6. So removing these values, 578,000 and you have 2,712,000. These are the extreme values here. We have, using the formula T is equal to sigma x of I over n. We have over 6, okay? Add all these remaining values divided by 6. That's 843,366 pesos and 67 cents. So the 10% trimmed mean is 843,366 pesos and 67 cents. Third example, given the snow cover from Eurasia during the years 1970 to 1979, that is in million square kilometers. For a sample of 10, so we have this value 6.4, 12.0, and so on and so forth. You have 9.2. Calculate the 20% trim mean. So first, we are going to arrange as usual. So and so for P, 20% of M, which gives us 0.2 times 9 because there are 9 items there. Oh, is it 9? It's a sample of 10. Oh, it's 9. Is approximately equal to 2. Okay, something's wrong with the sample of 10. Should be like sample of 9. So 1.8, that is approximately equal to 2, rounding off the nearest whole number. And n is, that's 9 minus 2, 9 minus 4 is 5. So n is equal to 5. So removing the 2 values from the lower bound and 2 values from the upper bound, we have remaining 5. Okay, so using the formula, trim mean, sigma x of I over n, we were going to add the remaining values divided by 5, or the n. So the answer is 11.64. Therefore, the 20% trimmed mean is 11.64. So let me end this with the saying, in managing our daily expenses, we trim away the extravagant and unexpected, much like the trim mean in statistics. Because sometimes there are, unexpected things, expenses that we don't expect, diba? Unexpected. And those things that are not necessary, we need to be prepared. So we need to have extra money for that. I don't know. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Chi chi chi.